What's up, guys? Cipher Pol 808 back again, here for some more One Piece action. And alright, today we got my live reaction to chapter 1047. I know I'm a little bit late to the game. Chapter's been out for a few days, but it's been a crazy couple of weeks. Had Kawaii-Con, had my girlfriend's thing, so I'm really pumped to get back up and caught up with this chapter. So let's jump right in. Starting off, we got this awesome cover page. Alright, we got Momo in his huge pink dragon form right there. We got the ladies chillin', and Jinbei's knocked out. Everyone's playing around. So all in all, nice, fun color cover page. But let's go right into the chapter. All right, chapter 1047, the sky over the capital. All right, so I guess they're finally gonna take notice that Onigashima was like right over the top of them, or right in the distance of the horizon. All right, let's see. What are we starting off with? Okay, we got Yamato over there screaming at Momo about something. She says, "You can do it, Momo. Make those flame clouds." And he's like, "It's not that easy. I can't do it." All right, so Momo's over there. He's trying to, get ready for, in anticipation of Kaido, inevitably being defeated by Luffy. So he's like, all right, I got to get these flame clouds going. And he just looks freaked out. He's like, still kind of, very much like a little kid. Like, he can't do it, so he's tearing up and everything. And then what do we got? And then, okay, he's having, I guess, flashbacks to when Odin Castle was on, fire 20 years ago. And he says, "And when you reach the future, 20 years from now, you must rebuild the strength of the Kozuki clan." And he's over there, little snot-nosed brat. He's like, "But I can't." All right, come on, Momo. What are you going to do? Come on, Momo. All right, let's see. What do we got here? And he says, "You and Hiyori come with me, mother. Lord Momonosuke, this is the hardest of all for your lady." All right, so this is kind of when they were getting separated, when Toki's about to send them, to the future, and she's going to keep Hiyori with her. And then what do we got? All right, here's Kinemon. He's like, "This is the land of samurai, a place where shame is as heavy as life itself. If a man argues with a grave decision that a woman summoned all of her courage to make, he does nothing but shame her." All right, so he's like, he's basically trying to explain to Momo, like, your mother has made this, incredibly difficult decision. There's no way that you can second guess her when she's kind of staking everything on this decision. And he's like, "But I'm a child. Like, what am I supposed to do in this situation?" He's like, "If you'll forgive me for saying so, in the wake of Lord Odin's passing, you are not just a child anymore." All right, so he's simply, he's not just the child of the shogun, or, the man that should be shogun. He is the man that will become the shogun of Wano. Like, his retainers are going to make it happen. That was his, father's wish, to open up the borders for his son to succeed him, to become the shogun of the land of Wano. With that power, they could make that dream a reality of opening the borders. All right. And Kinemon, he's got tears in his eyes right now. He's like, "If I may speak freely, will you give us another chance to fight? If our lives are only going to be given over to the flames, then we would prefer to perish for our liege with blades in hand." All right, so he's like, "Please, we failed. We weren't able to win. We weren't able to protect Lord Odin. But if you give us the permission, we will fight to our dying breaths right now." So you gotta admire their Kinemon's passion and desire to please his lord as his retainer, as his friend, as someone he admired. All right, and we see Momo. He's just over there crying. And then we see Toki. She's about to, impart some wisdom on him. And then, we see the traitor sitting right there in this flashback. There's Kanjuro. And she pats him on the head, and she's like, "I'm ready, mother. I will go." All right, Momo, he's stepping it up. He's got, he's stiffening his upper lip up a little bit. He's got snot running from it. He's got tears running down his eyes. So he's like, "Okay, I'll go. I'll do what I need to." And then you see, Hiyori, she's over there saying good, but in her heart, she knows that this means she'll never see her son again, sending him forward. So this is literally, she just lost her husband. Now she's about to send her son, who she loves, to the future, as well as, the few people that truly stuck by Odin, no matter what the rumors said. And she's sending them all away. And, she probably already realizes her life is about to be forfeit later on this evening. And then now we cut back to, present time. Momo in his big dragon form. He's like, "I'm failing my mother. Stop. Don't go to the capital. Don't go that way." All right. So he's, he's trying to will Onigashima to stop heading towards the capital because he's unable to generate enough flame clouds right now. All right. What do we got? All right. We're cutting back up to the top. All right. Luffy and Kaido. Let's see it. All right. So you grab the lightning, eh? And he just starts laughing. He's like, "Ro, ro, 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 ro." And Luffy looks like he's getting ready to just whip this lightning bolt down at Kaido right there. All right, because Luffy's rubber, he's able to grab that lightning bolt and whip it with no, harm to himself right there. So that's pretty epic right there. Play all the games you want. And then you see him Kaido just smacks Luffy right there. All right, what do we got? Oh, some craziness going on here. All right. We see Luffy, looks like he's spinning around the light, like he grabbed the lightning to stop from flying away, and he's spinning around right there. And he's like, Kaido's like, abilities alone cannot conquer the world. And we see Luffy, he's loading up for another attack right there. And then Kaido just comes in and just wham, just smashes Luffy like square in the face, just total facial right there. But I don't think that's going to be enough to stop him. And then Kaido's like, the world is convenient that way. Roger didn't have any fruit powers. All right, so confirmation right there. Kaido just like 100% confirmed it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was confirmed, but like that just completely specified Roger had no devil fruit powers. And he's like, because only Haki can transcend all. All right, so he's like, you don't need devil fruit powers. Like, that's a crutch. You can't just rely on them. Like, Roger did it with no devil fruit powers. All he used was his Haki. So his literal willpower in order to become the Pirate King. And, Kaido just looks like he's smashing Luffy down. All right. Destroyer of Death. Done. All right, so Kaido just, he's trying to bring the pain to Luffy right now. And we see Luffy. He's still in his Gear 5th form, but he's looking a little beat up right now. His teeth looks like one of his teeth is busted out. He's got some blood coming off of him. But what is this? Oh, he reaches down and he grabs Kaido literally like by the chest as if he's grabbing him by the shirt. And it looks like, what's he doing? All right, it looks like he's either trying to rip him up or pull himself back down. What do we got? What are you doing, Luffy? And he says, let go of me. All right, so Kaido's like trying to rip his hand off right now. He's like, you're only telling me where to find you. Dragon, Twister, Demolition Gust. So you still have a weakness to cutting attacks, I presume. All right, so Kaido's like, all right, you want to grab me. At least I know where you are. I can just follow your hand back. And he's like, I'm going to send some flying slash attacks at you. Kaido's in his dragon form right there. And we see Luffy, he's just kind of, just getting hit by all these attacks. And he's just taking it. All right, what do we got? Okay, now we're starting to see the, the lanterns that the people of the Flower Capital were beginning to prepare, in the last couple of chapters. And there they go, the sky boats fly. Keep her steady, all right. So are they going to start to notice as they're looking up at these sky boats, they're going to start to see Onigashima in the distance, maybe a huge dragon or some giant on top, or, another dragon that they've never seen before. There's a lot of things they might be starting to notice here coming up pretty quickly. All right, the festival's coming to an end, and tomorrow we'll be worked like slaves again. All right, little do they know, oh man, these people have no clue that Kaido, they thought they were enslaved before. No, Kaido plans on working them literally to death and then just replacing them with the next generation or whoever the hell he finds to, fuel his workforce. So they, truly don't understand the hell that is approaching them should, Luffy and Momo not succeed in stopping Kaido and Onigashima. Oh man. Keep her steady. I hope I get keep her steady to live another year. All right, so everyone's trying to, send up their good wishes, honor the dead. All right. And then what do we have here? Okay, we see Otoko right there, and she's looking up. And we see the Tengu guy, I forget what his name was. Find the way to daddy. All right, so she's sending up to, her wishes up to Yasu. Yasu, RIP, the man who saved the plan right there. And then, okay, we're coming back up to the top. All right, we got Luffy. Looks like he's still holding on to Kaido right there. Kaido's screaming at him. He's like, let go of me. Come down here, Straw Hat. And then all of a sudden, we just see this huge Boro breath just light up Luffy and just char him right there, coming through the clouds. So, even though Luffy's in Gear 5, the last couple panels, man, he's been taking some shots, those slash attacks. Now he just got burned. Come on, Luffy, you got to turn the table, man. All right, inside the Skull Dome. Are you right, boss Hyogoro? It seems that Onigashima is in danger of falling. We see old man Hyo, he's just kind of lying there with a little bit of a grin on his face. And he just starts laughing. He's like, that just means we're pressuring Kaido. All right, so he kind of understands, the worse Onigashima starts dropping, that means Kaido's losing his concentration and his ability to, hold up Onigashima. Then tell me, which would you prefer? If the Straw Hat Fellow defeats Kaido, we will all fall to our deaths. But if we survive, it means Kaido won. All right, so old man Hyo starts asking him, he's like, which would you prefer? Falling to our death, knowing that that means we're essentially free, like Luffy defeated Kaido, he saved all of Wano, or do you want to land safely, knowing that that means Luffy lost and Kaido is going to enslave all of us? Like, oh, that's a hell of a choice right there. Really, is that supposed to be a debate? I've got children back in Hakumai, and my wife is in Ringo. All right, so everyone's like, nope, not even a choice. Like, let's let this bad boy fall. If we win this battle, I'll rest assured they can lead a good life. How wonderful that would be. We'll have a country we can be proud of again. All right, so even if they don't, necessarily live to see it, they're thinking about what the future will hold if Luffy defeats Kaido. And they just start screaming and cheering on Luffy. They're like screaming for him. Crush Kaido and don't worry about us. And we see Kid, he kind of has this grimace on his face. And he's like, are all of you samurai insane? Every last one of us is going to die. All right, so these are the beast pirates that are still trapped on Onigashima. Like, they don't care. They want Kaido to win because they're not going to be enslaved. They're part of his crew. And he's like, and what's wrong with that? But if you guys remember, like, think of how Kaido and Queen and everyone has treated these subordinates. Like, would you still have loyalty to this crew? Queen over there shooting playgrounds at everyone, like, basically like, oh, be useful for once in your life. Just go and kill a couple people before you die. Like, I wouldn't have too much loyalty. I'd be, praying for Kaido's downfall too. All right, what do we got here? So we're down in the basement. It looks like we got Usopp running away. He's like, I don't want to die. I refuse to die. Not me. I'm going to live no matter what. And then all of a sudden he gets like hit by this wave of water right there. All right, and then we're going back up to the treasure repository, second floor. Oh, it looks like the Kairoseki now either came out or maybe it burnt. I don't know what's going on out there. There, it's out. All right, damn it. Oh, Orochi, he got the nail out. Some vibration jarred the sea prism stone nail loose. All right, but it still looks like Hiyori's standing over him, just looking at him right now. And it says, at the very least, I can take you down with me. And we see him transform one more time. I'm guessing this is his last head that he's transforming with. Are you watching, Odin? All right, so he's talking smack already. I'm taking your precious daughter to hell with me. And we see Hiyori, she starts backing up and, she's starting to fall over. And then, okay, who's screaming at Momo right now? Oh, Luffy's screaming at him. All right, so Momo can hear him. And I don't know what to... Okay, whatever they're looking at, whatever Luffy just called their attention to, both Yamato and Momo in his dragon form are looking up and their eyes are just like bulging out of their heads. Their jaws are dropped. Like, I'm dying to see what the hell Luffy's about to do. And there's just this big ass, like, huge hockey lace fist just getting ready to smash down on Kaido right here. He's like, I'm gonna put an end to all of this, but Onigashima's in the way, so move it. So he's screaming at Momo to get Onigashima out of the way so that he can just smash Kaido down, like, straight into the ground. Like, oh my god, his hand is massive right now. And they're like, he's going to punch through the island, and his hand is literally the size of all of Onigashima right now. Like, that's how huge his hand is. So you got his hand, you got Kaido in his dragon form right here. You have Onigashima underneath, and then you have Momo kind of working around underneath it. And he's like, do it, Momo. I believe in you. And we just see that determined look on Luffy with his Gear 5 face. And then Kaido's just kind of looking at him like, got that pissed, stern look. And we see Momo. He's just like, wait, what? Like, I got to do this now? So, oh, man. All right. I'm going to predict that something's going to go wrong. It cannot be that easy, but I cannot wait to see this punch from Luffy. Like, is he actually going to down Kaido with it? Because that'll be the second Yonko that's kind of just been, like, plummeted and impaled down into the land of Wano. But we heard Big Mom say, like, you might have beat me, but this wasn't enough to kill me. Are we going to be in a similar situation with Kaido? Like, is he going to be, knocked out but not dead? Like, we still have... the Navy that's on their way. We have Zunisha that's heading there. So obviously Zunisha's got to play, some type of role coming in the next couple chapters, depending on the outcome of what happens between Luffy and Kaido. we still, I believe, haven't seen, where the rest of the Big Mom pirates are. They're going to be the ones to kind of rescue Mama and get her out of there and, like, run away to Elbaf. Is that where we're going next? So is the Straw Hat Grand Fleet going to show up because of, Luffy's Viver card potentially, taking damage when Kaido, took him out and everyone couldn't hear his voice? Is that how they're going to be able to handle it? Because Luffy's on his last gear fifth right now by his own omission. He's like, I have to do it. I don't care if this kills me. Like, I have to beat you. But that being said, how is he going to take on the Navy that's, literally on their way right now? Everyone in his crew is pretty much on their last legs. Law and Kid are both on their last legs. Like, the samurai are pretty much decimated, alive but decimated. All of our allies are looking pretty haggard right now. They're alive, but they're looking pretty haggard. Then we got, Orochi over here trying to take out Hiyori. So who's going to jump in? I'm praying so much that it'll be Zoro, like, come back to life to take out Orochi. Because if you guys remember, when they were at the execution, Yasuo's execution, and Zoro kind of learned the truth about all the smiles and all the people laughing, even though Yasuo was just killed, and how they can't even express their grief. Like, it royally pissed off Zoro, and he's like, I have to cut Orochi. And he went to do it, but he was stopped by Denjiro, if you guys remember. So he still hasn't made good on that promise. So I really would love to see, Luffy take out Kaido, Orochi cut off, or Orochi has his last head cut off by Zoro. And then, I don't know, maybe Zunisha kind of like wreaking havoc on the Navy ships and buying time for either the Straw Hats to get away or for the Straw Hat Grand Fleet to kind of show up and save the Straw Hat, to kind of scoop them off in a way, maybe, bring us over to Elbaf and kind of a regrouping arc. But, man, I'm just dying to know. And, like, who's going to join the crew? Is Yamato going to join the crew? I don't think it could be Momo, because he's, he needs to take care of the land of Wano. He needs to become the Shogun. But could Hiyori possibly, help him? Potentially, she's been there. She knows the people a lot more. She knows the situations that are going on. So she could, maybe be his proxy while he goes to Luffy to, head to Laugh Tale. But, man, there's just so many different directions the story could go in. The action, the fighting, I'm loving it. Luffy hanging in there. He's taking a beating from Kaido this chapter. He's, like, just eating all those shots head on. But he still isn't giving up. And he's like, he's calling his shot. He's calling that final hit. He's like, Momo, get this island out the way. I'm ending this now. So, excellent chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. New camera setup, new microphone. So, if the audio sounds kind of funny, just let me know down in the comment section below. But other than that, have a wonderful day.